What do sometimes you gotta crack a All right, here we are. We're full. Ooh, that's hot. That's a hot or hot. We're full wet. Check it out. Full use of the hands right here. I got some. These are what's known as Velcro cable ties. I got a large, thick one here. I got two minis here. I wear these as rings because you never know when you got to wrap a cable, wrap a stinger, wrap that rascal, get it up. So here we are, live on the. This is Dicker's World live stream. There's a stream. We're live on Twitch. If you don't know where you are right now, you're at I Am Dicker Troy on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/IAMDICKERTROY. That is India Alpha Mike Delta India Charlie Kilo Echo Romeo Tango Romeo Oscar Yankee, okay? On Twitch TV, that is Tango Whiskey India, or Indigo actually. Tango Whiskey Indigo Tango Charlie Hotel dot Tango Victor / Indigo Alpha Mike Delta Indigo Charlie Kilo Echo Romeo Tango Romeo Oscar Yankee, okay? That's how you spell it out. That's the avionic alphabet. The only thing in the avionic alphabet that's different when it comes to numbers is 9. When you say the number 9 in the avionic alphabet, you say Niner, because 9 means no in German and other languages that are based in German. And you don't want to say no when you mean to say 9. So you say Niner. It's a good practice to say Niner all the time, even when it's not something that's got stakes like that, because you never know when you might misconstrue your idea and say no to somebody. You always want to be saying yes out there, but also, you know what? It's a big deal to say yes too much. Old Kilo over here just had his sound go off, but it's no big deal. We're doing good. So my name's Dicker Troy. This is my live stream. It's Dicker Troy. We've been off for a week. We've been some setbacks. Not so much off for a week, but delayed by a bit. I think that the weekend is a good time for people to be watching the stream. So that's a good thing. I know all y'all aren't available during another time. So I want to make it good, easy, fun, and breezy. Hot tub, jackfruit, big ton of Yeezy. A lot of people like Kanye West. He's a close personal friend of mine. Yeah. So I have a lot of understanding for what he's been going through. My name is Dicker Troy. I'm from Bakersfield, California. Grew up on a charcoal farm. That's right. And I moved out to Los Angeles at the age of 18, started driving. I can pretty much handle anything with wheels or skids, so it worked out pretty well. So I got elevated to a transpo captain on the movie, Hal Ashby movie. Hal Ashby actually had to pick Hal Ashby out of a manhole. He was sleeping underground, literally, and he couldn't find his way to the surface. Working on the movie with Jack Nicholson, I believe it's called Shore Patrol, or I'm not sure what that was the working title. I didn't ever bother to check in and see what they actually called it. So here's the deal: we got a lot of new tech going on here. We're still getting in the groove, but we're gonna hit the groove. I figure we start off this show right now with something, a little karaoke song. What do you think about that, Kilo? Do it. Okay, I'm gonna hit this right now. Should I hit it on here? You want to do it? Here we go. I'm gonna hit it. This is just a little improvised country karaoke song. Here we go. Yeah, when you're living, what you gonna do? Running down the back road, trying to find where I set that lizard down. It was such a big lizard, it was the biggest one in the whole damn town. Had a spot on his tail, had a stripe on his head, had spots in the middle. He was so big, he's the size of a cello, highs of a fiddle. Come on, back roads, picking up some dirt, gonna go through my heart. I wanna eat good, I want some tasty stuff, got a big lizard with the name on it. I don't know where I dropped him off. Oh my God, my brother, he used to scoff. It's just a lizard 'cause I like it so. Go outside, watch it go, go, go. Some people like frogs, some people like birds, some people like dogs and picking up turds. Some people like the grass, going outside on a big houseboat in the day, drinking about 27 beers, falling over the side and drowning. That's how you go away. I say no to that. Just wanna go by the road and find that old cat. Wanna find a kitty cat, find me a lizard, put him in a boxing ring and see who wins. I tell you what, the lizard's gonna win, because I don't care if it's dead or alive. Back 40 on a Friday night, being that lizard in some candlelight. I'm such a big lizard, I just wanna keep it. Look at those sheep's gonna big beep it. You know, mama, mama. It was a giant lizard. I had my name on its back. I didn't write the name on the lizard's back. I didn't even touch it. I just saw it scurrying on the side of the road in the grass. It was the size of a chihuahua, but it was a lizard. It had poops the size of a Tootsie Roll. Oh my God, they smelled so bad. It's because reptiles have extremely strong stomach acid to digest all the crazy ass shit that they eat. A lizard's like a snake, but it's got some legs. I wish I had a lizard every time of day. Lizard, 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 I love you, I think I'm gay. Lizard, I love you, I think I'm gay. Lizard, I love you, I think I'm gay. That right there is a little improvised country song based on the melody by my good friend Josh Thompson. That was a fun right there. So what that was about was when I was about 8 years old. I found a lizard. It had a big old dot on its butt where the tail connects to the body, and 3 stripes like Adidas on the back of its head. And when I caught that lizard, I was made to feel bad about liking it by a group of other boys and girls. So I let him go. And I always wished I could find that lizard again, because we had a connection. There was something about that. Some people would say that was maybe example of the King Win number sequence, which is something that I believe Timothy Leary talked about, as well as uh, many philosophers of Chinese ancestry. The King Win number sequence. I'm going to look it up right now for you, but I believe I believe that lizard had King Win on its back. King Win number sequence. I think I'm probably spelling it wrong. So does anybody have that was a little song right there. Hope you like that. King Win sequence. Yeah, it's a Chinese arrangement. It's an arrangement of 64 divination figures. It's also known as the I Ching. They're all hexagrams, so that's all. That's all six things. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't quite understand it, but I think it has something to do with high time, big time math, right? So, does anybody here have any questions I'd like to ask? Because we might get into the mailbag here in a second. What do you think about that, Kilo? Should we get into mailbag? Okay, we got a new segment on the show. It's called Mailbag. What that is people have written me letters to dickortroy@gmail.com, and I'm going to answer them right now here live. Dicker's Mailbag. Do do boo do 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 boo boo do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we are. We're back. Minor technical difficulty. Okay, here's the first letter we got right now. Hello, Dicker. My name is James Craquore. That's Craquore. It looks kind of like the word crack whore. I'm about to start college next year and I'm worried about my name. Should I change it to Jimmy Crackcorn or to what my friends call me, which is James Crackhore? I don't care. In Massachusetts, J. So your name is James Crackhore, and you think maybe you should be Jimmy Crackcorn instead of James Crackhore. I would say Jimmy Crackcorn is probably a better use of your time because, well, you can just say, I'm Jimmy Crackcorn, I don't care. Well, if you're Jimmy Crackhore, that is got negative implications. Nobody likes a crack whore. Even a crack whore doesn't like a crack whore because it's probably one of the worst places you can be is in life where you are. I know when I say crack whore, that is not a gender specific term. That's a term of a person who is whoring out their body so they can facilitate the smoking of crack. I have smoked crack. It was by accident. I was working with Marty Scorsese on the picture Raging Bull. Actually, I believe it was something else. I believe it was Casino. And Marty was smoking crack on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, but not Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or Sunday. So Marty asked me to prime the pump for him, and I did so willingly, thinking it was not crack cocaine, but an herbal supplement. I thought it was copal, which is a South American, Central American mystical divination incense that's used in churches all over the world. Copal, Copal, copal. It's the only thing I burn in this house. It's copal. Take your Palo Santo outside. We burn copal around here. Palo Santo is like burning the fucking tire indoors, where copal raises the elevation of the thought and minds inside there. So I would say, yeah, Jimmy Crackcorn. I would say you should probably go by Jimmy Crackcorn. I actually once knew a guy named uh, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, and he was constantly trying to make the joke that if you ever met someone named John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, they would have to prove that his name is my name too, and by doing that, they would go out and shout John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. And I thought that was both boring and lame. All right, moving on now. The next letter we got Dear Dicker, I have a reoccurring dream that my uncle is actually an alien and sticks bait fish in the tip of my penis to go fishing in a lake in Area 51. Wow. Should I tell him the dream or should I go to Area 51 or both? Distraught in Denver. And the man's name is Lip. Okay, Lip. Well, I would say that well, as a person who has been to Area 51, but didn't know so until after they had left, I would say that not to go there. And I would say that this depends on what your relationship is like with your uncle. You might break new ground with him if you told him this dream, but there's a chances are that what's going on here is your uncle actually did put a bait fish in the tip of your penis and try to do something that he called fishing that was actually a form of molestation. So I would see a psychologist, do a little regression therapy, and see if this is true. And you might need to contact the FBI. But also, I don't really feel comfortable talking about Area 51 because I know, as a person with a top secret clearance, I am being monitored. And even saying the word, even acknowledging Area 51, I probably will have to scrub this broadcast just for the acknowledgement of Area 51. Good luck, Lip. There's an old thing, old Brazilian trick about this fish called a candiru. William Burroughs wrote about it. I had the pleasure of driving William Burroughs, who insisted upon sitting upside down in the front seat with his head where your feet go and the feet where the head goes, and pissing into his own mouth as we drove uphill. So that's the only way he'd have it. But William Burroughs made reference to a candiru in a hot tub in his book Naked Lunch, and I know for a fact this is neither true nor possible. Moving on. Next letter. Dicker, I'm a baker in a small town in the Midwest. I eat bread every day, all day. Should I try LSD? Penelope. Penelope answers yes. Moving on. Dearest Dicker Troy, hi, my name is Jeffrey John. I work in sanitation in the grand old city of Philadelphia. Once a month, I have to draw straws with my workmates to clean the sewer line that's shared by Pat's and Geno's. They are famous Philly cheesesteak places if you didn't know. Should I cheat so I'm able to get this job regularly? If so, how many times before they know? Chat, can we get a little bit of, if you're watching chat, can we get any kind of help on that right now? Anyone got any kind of consideration on that? This young man's problem with the sanitation issue. Any idea? Yeah, I don't know about the answer to that one out there. I just don't know. Here we got a question here direct from the chat. Cave House Gamer says, how do you balance your intake of trucker speed with trucker weed? All right, that's a good question, actually. I don't take trucker speed. I make tea using what I made something called Mormon tea, which is a naturally occurring product known as ephedra. And ephedra grows on most roadsides in desert regions, Utah, Nevada, California, New Mexico, the Sonora Desert, north and south of the border between Mexico and America, and places in Colorado, also some places in Oregon, as well as Utah and well, all these areas here. Any place you find pinon or juniper growing, what we call a pinon and juniper, you can you can pick a ephedra that's grown wild. Kilo, maybe we should pull up a picture of some ephedra to show them. Should we show people what a ephedra looks like? Maybe we can do that. Ephedra. It's an herb. It's pretty unassuming. It looks like a bunch of little green straws growing out of nowhere, but it is a ephedra. It can be used to brew a tea that's both wicked and wild at the same time. And that's why I use the trucker speed as far as trucker weed goes. That is a weed, so I will constitute that both as uh, a weed and a speed. Lot lizards. A lot of people. I'm gonna answer this right now. Probably not for the last time, even though it fucking should be. I am not a trucker. I am a driver. A trucker is someone who drives a semi truck that takes things back and forth like a load of chocolate bars from Pennsylvania to Albuquerque. That's what a trucker does. A trucker moves goods. I am licensed in all classes to drive anything I goddamn want, but I am a transpo captain. That is the unionized transportation division of the entertainment industry, which is responsible for moving everything involved in filmmaking and TV making, but we call it the same, in entertainment production. We move all that stuff around. We're talking about grip trucks, talking about actors, talking about background, talking about carpenters, talking about catering, all kinds of stuff. Anything that needs to be moved, it gets moved by transportation, also known as transpo. Now I'm a captain of the transpo department for a good 37 years now, so I'm not a trucker. Do I know truckers? Yes. How many do I know? Countless. Do I respect truckers? Yes. Am I a trucker? No. Could I be a trucker? Instantly. Do I want to be a trucker? No. Why do I want to be a trucker? I'm not going to talk about that. Go back to the chat here. Do you have anything to say about the outbreak of corn piler bees in southern Georgia? I actually got wind of this from my friend Buckets. He's a farmer down there in northern Georgia, and he made mention about these bees. I don't know too much personally about these type of bees, but I have heard they are devastating at best. Tell you what, I'm gonna look into this and have something to say next time we check back in. Is it true all 18 wheelers drive themselves with computers now? Yes, that is true. Everything's done by a computer. There was just the face of a. Oop, we got a picture. I'm going to pull up this real quick. We got a little picture of some ephedra berries. I'm going to drop these in here. Can we drop those in here? Kilo. There we are. Look at that. That's the sweet berries. You don't need the berries to make that with. You can use just the straw. Maybe picture that straw up there if you could. The ones on that lower left picture right there. That might be a good one to show them. Yeah, that if you'll see that, you can make a tea out of that boy right there. And it'll get you fucking wicked faster than a goddamn jackknife in a Wendy's drive-through. For real. That's hot. That's hot stepper right there. Good old Federal tea. It's fully legal to grow, fully legal to make. It's not allowed to be synthesized or sold for meth production. So there you go about that. I'm going to go back to the mailbag here real quick. There's that picture. We're going to drop in this picture of a Fedra real quick. Check this out. Check it out. There it is. That's good old American Desert Ephedra. Good stuff. Oh, back to the mailbag here. Let's show them that graphic again. It's such a nice graphic. Back in the mailbag here now. Dicker, I live in Aurora, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. Excellent. Just kidding, that's the opening line from Wayne's World. Do you like that movie? I think it's very good to watch day or night. Yes, I do like that movie, actually. I'm a big fan. I actually worked on that movie. I was a transpo consultant on the film Wayne's World. Penny Marshall's an old friend of mine. Penny and I used to have tea at about 5 a.m. watch the sunrise on the summer solstice. And that's something where Penny was into. She was into a very specific type of Zooneoastrian sexual awakening, the same that Freddie Mercury's, his previous family practiced. And so Penny and I would engage in a specific type of tea-related coitus at sunrise on the solstice. And Penny, we did that all throughout the production of Wayne's World. And Garth became a close personal friend of mine. I'm quite a big fan of Laura Flynn Doyle. We actually had to pry the machete out of Laura Flynn Doyle's hands at a crew dinner because she wanted to murder Penny Marshall, and she tried to. And I was able to calm her down by throwing a bunch of cucumbers at her that I picked up in a bucket in the kitchen. And luckily, the staff was able to accommodate that, and Laura Flynn cooled down, and we injected her with a little bit of something, and she's doing all right now. No hard feelings. Penny Marshall, though, took that to her grave. Got a question here in the chat. Is it true you've worked on Spielberg's film Duel? Yes, it's true. Next mailbag, we got a Dicker Troy. Dear Richard Troy, how did you get your name, Ben? I like what you did there, Ben. You tried to assume that my name is actually Richard because my name is Dick. My name is not Dick, it is Dicker. That is not a derivation of Richard. My true actual name is Dickerando, which is actually comes from the southernmost region of Italy, former inhabited by Serbian Croatians. Hello, Dicker. Have you ever worked with Sigourney Weaver, Robert Downey Jr., and Liz Taylor? This question is from Prim with two M's. Must be the place from Nevada. Well, have I worked with Sigourney Weaver, Robert Downey Jr., and Liz Taylor? I've worked with all of them separately, yes. Together, also, yes. And I've worked on a film with Sigourney Weaver and Liz Taylor. It was called Stand Back, The Door's Gonna Blow. It never made the theaters. I worked on a movie with Liz Taylor and Robert Downey called Wishes, Wishes, Dreams, Dreams. I'll Meet You in the Middle. And that was a straight to disc for Italy. And I worked on a film with Sigourney Weaver and Robert Downey Jr. called You Can't Take Me Out of Here No Matter How Long I Wait, which was, I believe, had a different title, but that was the working title. As far as working with them all together, Sigourney Weaver, Robert Downey Jr., and Liz Taylor, they actually formed a teepee on the film Galvanize, which is all about a metal salesman in northern New Mexico who finds a way to galvanize metal and makes a pretty penny on it. And they're all peaches to work with individually, but together to create a tornado that destroys every craft service that was ever set up. Next mailbag, dear Dicker, I heard through the grapevine, the internet, that Michael Moore is a strange guy. I also heard that Penelope Cruz has weird teeth. Do talk, please, asks Jason French. Yes, Jason, Penelope Cruz has weird teeth, and the fact that she does not have any teeth, those are all digitally added later. Penelope Cruz is also almost 7 feet tall, so that's an interesting fact about her. Michael Moore, the filmmaker and also the man who puts himself inside of his documentaries. Michael Moore is a strange guy. He will only shit outdoors and only at night. So some might say that's actually pretty healthy. Some might say it's strange. I say it's kind of a bit of both. Thank you, Jason. Got a few more here in the mailbag. Dicker, what's up with Glenn Close? Asks Sandra's Bullocks. I don't know if that's Sandra. Sandra, if that's you trying to get a hold of me, I told you we're done with this crap. If this is somebody making a joke on Sandra's name, I'll answer it. But if Sandra Bullock, this message is for you, all right? Sandra, you know you shouldn't have said what you said about me when you said what you said. There's a reason people are making fun of that Bird movie right now. I told you not to do it, okay? I don't want you contacting me anymore. If you find out where I live and I find you have found out where I live, I'm going to move into where you live and you're not going to be able to get me out because no one's going to believe you, okay? You take care, Miss Bullock, and you stay out. Yep. All right. Two more here. Hi, Dicker. Did Helen Mirren ever touch you? Asked Dirk Farb. Did Helen Mirren ever touch me? Hell no. She wouldn't be allowed. She wanted to, but I was like, hands off, lady. Dear Dicker, what's the fastest way to skin a goat? I tried goat skin once. It was good. That's from Jake Gwendolyn. Jake Gwendolyn's actually the real name of Jake Gyllenhaal, but it's an anagram of Gyllenhaal. We got a dog barking over there. That's funny. Okay, yeah, that's Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a wild one. My father once said, 2 dicks are better than one, but 3 is too much. How do you feel about this? I would say that 1 dick is always just right. Any more than 1 dick is just unnecessary unless it's what you want, unless you're building a dick house. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Well, I think we should probably, what we'll do here is probably close it up, probably sew it up here because now we got everything working. We're going to have more cool stuff the next time we stream. Hold on a second. I'm getting some advice here from our techno. Oh, We got one more letter just came in here. Hold on a second. This is from Dick Farb again saying, what was it like working on the set of Goodfellas? Okay, well, it's actually a pretty good question. I've got a few pictures here. I worked on Goodfellas. That film used to be called Good Guys, and I was like, actually, the original film was called Bad Guys. And I told Marty, he's like, that's a bit on the nose, isn't it? And he was doing coke at the time, so he thought I meant that's a bit on your nose, and cleaned off his nose with the cocaine. But they did eventually change it to Goodfellas from Bad Guys, as I recommended. Here is a photo of me working on I actually have a bunch of photos of me working on set. This is one right here of me. I don't know if you can see me right there. That's me giving Ray Liotta a little massage. Ray Liotta had a real problem on that film. A lot of stage fright, and he would not refuse to talk to Marty directly in the eyes unless I was touching him. So I was pretty much around all the time, just massaging good old Ray's shoulders there. Every time Marty and Ray spoke, I was back there just giving Ray a light rub just to let him know it's going to be okay. It was like sort of this special type of psychology where you have something physical to deal with on your body. It keeps you from worrying about too much about what's going on mentally. That reminds me, I also have a picture here working with the late great Woody Allen. A lot of people think Woody Allen is still alive. He died actually about 6 years ago, and there's been a doppelganger impersonating him ever since. So there's a lot of conjecture about Woody Allen, but this is actually Woody Allen right there. So Woody had a problem with his eyesight. He had some serious astigmatism going on. So he asked me, whenever he was lining up a shot with Marshall Brickman right there, was to take a look over his shoulder and just make sure he was getting the coverage that he wanted to get. And that's hard. It's hard being in that position. It was something where I was driving him. He just knew I had an eye for things. So as simple is, as simple does. I believe that was the set of at this point, uh, yeah. I mean, at that point, diabetes had taken his entire lower body. So he it's just something where he needed a lot of help. And here's a fun one right here. I'm gonna check in with the chat real quick. How'd you line? Well, these are special glasses, dumbass. All right. Okay, so here we go. This is a picture of Brian Grazer and my boy Ron Howard. Ron Howard is a notorious drunk, someone who can barely, typically would use a motorized wheelchair on set. And Brian Grazer, the producer, known to be a man of few words. He actually has a digital limiter built inside of his chest where if he says more than 500 words in a day, he will die. Much like Iron Man will die if the shards go into his heart, such as Brian Grazer. Actually, the idea for Iron Man came from Brian Grazer's self-imposed word limit. And if the fact that he is speaking to Ron Howard right now in this picture is all because yours truly is right there watching him. And he always made sure I was watching him whenever he spoke to Ron Howard as a precaution, because he knew that his word count would go up because Ron was so drunk all the time that he would have trouble hearing. So those are just a couple little behind the scenes tidbits. We'll make these available to y'all at some point. You know, when shit gets really robust with the stream. I'm gonna play a little song right now. We'll sew this up. We'll just play a track for my boy. I'm getting right some close right there. Play a little something for my boy. Listen to that. It's that crinkle crackle. That's a little crinkle crackle, crinkle crackle. Come on, gackle, get a backle, bake a like a pinga, back up, finger, saga, humba, hubba, humba, Wow, a little too loud there. Okay, time for a quick poem and we're out of here. I need a suggestion from the audience as a word to start off the poem, either as the word I will rhyme with or a word that will give me an idea to rhyme from. Go. Oh, turd. Turd, huh? Okay. I prefer jaundice. Held formation. Okay, hold on a second here. Jaundice. Look at that river. Look at that sky. When they come together, oh, we will die. For that's the end, that's the hollow in the earth where the mountains are bigger than everything above. Grab me a spoon, grab me a knife, run inside, go get your daddy and be real nice. I need a fat glove that's made out of leather. I'll dip it down deep in that green body better than any old man who's sucked on a wanger. Fast, fast. Charles Bronson, you fucking wanger. Piss up a rope, crackle on some skin. I'll be in the Yellow River with my friend Ren 1010. My hair slicked back and a goat licking my ass. I've got enough wool products, enough to make it last. Moths be darned, larvae be beetles. If you've got a stagecoach, then I'll meet the feebles. For once you're down and out, it's easy to get up. You just look to the sky and turn over and throw up. Get out the poison, get out the boat, get out the rocks, clear out the moat. It's filled up with green, snapping alligators. It's filled up with little boys doing impersonations of Darth Vader's. Snickety snack, slick, slick, slack, click, clack, crang goes the laser. If you got a problem, then I got a razor. Bye. Bye.